they launch a campaign, leave it there, and they start spending money, wasting money.
So what do you think now about the trends for 2025? How can people be successful right now?
I see a lot of people doing like coloring books, the same thing over and over again, and they have to start thinking like outside of the box.
So when you look at the most successful publishers you've worked with, what patterns do you see in terms of why did they become successful? What habits did they have?
I think that in first place,
Welcome. I'm here with Ricardo, the main coach in the Spanish market, with Gerald Compienza. We've just finished the event in Lima, and now we're enjoying the nature and the food here in Peru. And I thought that this would be a great opportunity to talk about KDP and see if we can learn something from the event and from the attendees, from the ones that succeeded, and some lessons that is common for beginners to improve with. So welcome very much, Ricardo.
thank you, Peter. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
What do you think about the event?
Okay, it was a very, very good event. The information that you gave us, well, was surprising. I think that people learn a lot about you, about cover. Do you remember the cover? And you presented us like very advanced knowledge.
Thank you very much. What do you think are some common mistakes that beginners make when it comes to
Okay, I think that the first mistake is like a wrong keyword research and niche research. So people publish books because they think they're going to sell without looking at metrics, looking at numbers, DSRs, I don't know, numbers of searches, keyword searches, relevance, that the keyword is really in the title of the books, competitors, all the numbers that really matter. So they publish books and they don't have the result they want. But the error is really on the keyword research. I think it's the main error that beginners are dealing with.
Yes, and we saw that we took a look at the books and we saw many, they're selecting keywords where it doesn't add up.
Yes, so keywords without relevance or with too many competitors. I think that another common mistake is entering too much like saturated niches, too much competition.
Yeah.
Normally, like beginners don't have a lot of money to invest in ads, in positioning, so it's almost impossible.
Yes, and you manage a lot of ads for different people. What are some common mistakes you see
Okay,
in regards to that?
first of all, I think that people aren't regulating their ads on a daily basis. They launch a campaign, leave it there, and they start spending money, spending, wasting money, and they don't even take a look at the numbers that they are having. Another mistake, this is a 2025 mistake, you have to launch video ads. Video ads are the most converting type of ad actually, and you have to do that to have good results this year. I also think that people have to start testing broad terms so they can it's like searching the market. So I launch a manual campaign with pro term, and then I can see that there are other terms, related terms that are also selling. And then I can scale these terms with exact campaigns. And
I've recommended at least one publisher to you, and you're running his ads, and I think the results he's getting is getting better and better.
yes, we are currently working with like 10 clients, I think. We are running their ads on a daily basis, regulating them, and yeah, we were having very good results with our clients. They are happy.
That's a good thing. You get to see the patterns of which books don't succeed and which books succeed.
Another huge mistake is not getting reviews.
Yeah.
So people think they will compete against one book with 100, 200, 500 reviews without having reviews. You get their own book, so it doesn't make sense. not possible. If you publish a book, eh, you have already made the effort to create a good quality book. You have to get the reviews. Doesn't make sense to uh, don't do that.
So when you look at the most successful publishers you've worked with, what patterns do you see in terms of why did they become successful? What habits did they?
I think that in first place, they think long term. They see this. They see each book as having an Airbnb. Like a real passive income, long term passive income, and that's the correct way to see it. So you have to know that each good book that you have will be like having a better position in the Amazon search bar, and when you there is like a how do you say, like a flywheel. Yes, you are having more sales, more reviews, more organic positioning, and it goes better and better and better. And that's it. I have seen that the best publishers are always thinking about this flywheel: reviews, sales, position.
Shameless plug break, Driven Publishers Elite is finally open for enrollment again, but it will only stay open for a few more days or until spots fill up. We already have people joining, so I encourage you to check it out, as it's everything I wish I had in my journey in terms of self-publishing education, community, and more. Link in the description.
One painful thing I talked to a lot of the attendees after, and the presentation I did as well, I went through the different components, but one mistake I've seen is people, they have such a good book, for example, that the presentation is not there. And that's so sad because they put a lot of effort into making a great book. Let's say it's illustrations, or they really thought about how to match with the target audience, etc. So what do you have to say to those publishers?
I think that, what do you mean with presentation? Like a cover,
Description, A+, reviews, like you mentioned.
Okay, so I think that the perfect list is like having a good cover. Well, first of all, good niche, good keywords in your title, subtitle. Then you have to focus on having a good cover, a good description with here we call it in Spanish AIDA method: attention, interest. I don't know what else. Action, and I don't know. They have to structure correctly their descriptions. Uh, the 7 spaces for keywords are important. What else? The A+ content. So it doesn't make sense to invest a lot and create a good quality book, and then don't present it correctly. It doesn't make sense.
So what do you think now about the trends for 2025? How can people be successful right now?
I think that people should look at different keywords. I have seen like recipes keywords that people are not actively looking at. Or I see a lot of people doing like coloring books, the same what's it, activity books, the same thing over and over again, and they have to start thinking like outside of the box. And that is, I think they have to see empty spaces in the market.
Finding gaps in the market.
Finding gaps.
And giving them a reason to buy their book. Because if they're doing the same coloring book as everyone else, then
doesn't make sense. And you don't have like a barrier, an entrance barrier. So anyone can copy your book in 20 minutes.
yes, exactly.
So, you're in the video? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. So now you're part of our live interview.
Wow, nice. We said that we just finished the event. We're going over some rookie mistakes. What do you see as some rookie mistakes?
Wow, there's many rookie mistakes. I think the main one you addressed very well was that people do the same books and they saturate the same markets without uniqueness, differentiation, not amplification. I think if people just take the same methods of finding keywords but apply these methods, they can position themselves for success in the long term. So I think that's one of the main things we got from the event.
Yes. And we saw several people that if they just make a small tweak, they're gonna be way ahead in a couple of years. What difference do you think it can make in someone's life when they attend an event like this?
Wow. I think that the main thing is you will not want to quit anymore. So the main reason people quit is because they feel lonely, they have no one to talk to,
No friends.
no friends, would have no friends. I mean, so something that happens always is, parents say, you're doing a book.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Doesn't make sense.
Stop wasting your time. Go
Another thing.
go find a real job. I remember I told my coworkers, I used to work in restaurants, hey, I did a book. Oh, why did I say that? So much bullying, so much bullying, more toxic than it already is. So people, you start second guessing yourself. You start saying, yeah, maybe I'm just living an illusion. But when you meet people that are in the same thing,
And have good results.
they have good results, and they tell you, don't leave, don't do the rookie mistakes of leaving.
That's the last push that you need to go ahead.
And you just stick to it.
Uh-huh.
I think that's it.
So how important has community been in you guys' journey and the success case studies you see?
I think it's one of the most important things. So people learning from another people that are on the same path. That's it.
Yeah, community is everything. There's a saying that says that if you want to go really fast, go alone. Right? If you want to go as long, far, go with people. You're not going to be able to make it alone. Go with somebody else, and usually that means making friends, creating network. Not being alone.
Okay, well, we got to get going now, but it was a pleasure talking to both of you. Happy you could join as well, Gerald. And yeah, let's keep enjoying Peru.
Thank you very much, Jared.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hero.
Thank you.